Hey guys, and I'm back with another review today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mafex Spider-Man. I recently got this figure, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the review. Getting Spider-Man out of the package, and I gotta say, this is a really nice Spider-Man figure. Now, the main question most people would be asking, is this the best Spider-Man figure that's ever been released? Well, really, that all comes down to your personal preference of your of Spider-Man. Now, I'll be answering my opinion on the overall figure at the end of the video, but right now I really like the figure. It is really nice. The head sculpt is really nice. One of the things I noticed about this figure is that it has a black wash over the entire figure, and it's really nice. Now, one thing that's cool about this figure, which is one of the best aspects of the figure, is the fact that it has sculpted in web lines, which is one of the things, in my opinion, that every Spider-Man figure should have: engraved lines, and then they're outlined. Because with a figure like the What If Spider-Man, it has engraved lines, but it's, it's not highlighted. It's not, traced in or washed over just to make it all pop out, so it kind of looks plain. But I really like the look of, the overall look of it. Now, on camera, the figure looks a little bit darker, but it's actually not, it's not actually really dark of a figure, because this figure does have an entire black wash, like I just said. It has a whole wash over the entire figure. Yeah, on camera it looks a little bit darker, but on but in real life it looks a lot brighter. But the overall look of the figure is really nice. So as you can see, the blue is all of a metallic blue, which is nice. And I gotta say that for it being metallic paint, it's actually pretty durable. Only spots that it's really chipped in are like in here in the just gonna pop that out real quick, is in here where this joint is, where that ball joint is, but it doesn't really matter there because you don't really see it. I love the way the sculpt, how they sculpted in the spidey web, or the spider emblem, and then the one in the back too. Also, I believe the head is inspired by the Todd McFarlane look for Spidey. I'm pretty sure that's what he's supposed to look like, and I really like this head sculpt. Now, for accessories, this guy comes with 6 pairs of hands, one of them including just this relaxed hand look, fisted hands, grabby hands for his webs, the famous flipping hands, expressed hands, another pair of expressed hands which are meant for these magnetized feet. These hands and feet are meant for Spider-Man to be able to stick onto magnetic surfaces like a refrigerator. Spidey also comes with 3 head sculpts, one of which being the Todd McFarlane head sculpt. A different style of Spider-Man head sculpt. I'm not exactly sure which artist this is supposed to be, but I more so just consider it an expression of his eyes, kind of like how in the comics, whenever his eyes are able to show off his expressions. This one I'd probably consider more of an angry look for Spidey. And of course, a Peter Parker head sculpt, which this head sculpt actually goes really good with mask off accessory, which it's a bit small, but it does complete the look of the unmasked head. With those flipping hands on Spidey, you can use these for is another set of accessories, which are two kinds of web shooting pieces, a long one and a short one. With those grippy hands, you can use those with web pieces that make him look like he is swinging, or a web piece to make it look like he is webbing onto something. This accessory can be compatible with this tiny little clear piece, which I believe it's meant to just be able to connected to other little things like, I don't know exactly, but it just sticks in right there in that little hole. Spidey also comes with a stand, which has a base with a rotation at the bottom, 3 different ports where you can put the stand on, hinge joint here, hinge joint here, hinge joint here, a clamp, a rotation here, and then the 2 clamping parts, which can be used for aerial poses. Speaking of poses, let's go ahead and move on to articulation. Spider-Man has triple ball joints at his head. He's got one right here, and of course 2 right here, which really help out with moving his head around, so he can look pretty far up, pretty far down, can tilt side to side that much. He has a rotation at the shoulder, a butterfly joint, which makes him move forward and back. He has a rotation at the bicep, a double jointed elbow, which is really deep, a swivel at the wrist. The wrist hinge can move in and out like that. He has a diaphragm rotation, which is also a crunch. He has a rotation at the waist, which can give him a pretty good crunch and a pretty good arc. He has a drop down thigh piece right here, which is mainly meant to make the leg posability a lot more. So usually you could only go about this far, but with the drop down hip is what it's called, sorry, you can go about that far. And of course you can do stuff like this and whatnot. He can almost do the splits. He does have a rotation here, but on mine it's kind of stuck, but since this the leg piece is on a ball joint, you can just rotate it with the ball joint, which is really nice. He's got a double bend at the knee, up and down at the up and down at the ankle, a ankle swivel, toe articulation, and of course an ankle pivot. And oh yeah, that piece is removable for the magnetic feet. For some size comparison, here is Spidey next to the 20th anniversary Captain America, the 20th anniversary Hulk, the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Wave Wolverine, and the Toy Biz Green Goblin. So, would I say that this Spidey figure is the best Spidey figure? For me personally, I would say yes, but it all comes down to personal preference, like I said at the beginning of the video. Now, one thing I will say about this figure is it is over $100, so if you are willing to fork up the money for this figure, then do it. I mean, if you're willing to do it and you got the money, then do it. I'd say I personally recommend it. If you're a big Spider-Man fan, I would say go spend the money on this figure. However, just be mindful when you are buying this figure, because there are some figures you can buy of this guy that are around $30 to $40, but just so you know, those are knockoff figures. Those are not the authentic Mafex Spider-Man. If you are spending over $100, that means you are actually getting the authentic one. But if I were to tell you, I would personally recommend, if you're going to order this figure, I'd say Amazon, which is where I ordered this guy. But I believe the price has gone up since I had ordered it. Or also there's Big Bad Toy Store, and a lot of other, different, online websites. Because Mafex is reissuing this figure. But yeah, I gotta say this is definitely one of my favorite pieces in my collection. This guy is just so fun to pose around. All the accessories, all the playability you get out of it. The overall look of the figure is nice. The way he looks on my shelf is nice. It's just a really nice figure. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go check out my other videos. I recently did a review on the Lego Daily Bugle I recently got. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. So see you guys next time. Bye.